Grammy is investing in the entire evening, the entire show, right? They will market it naturally. This is inevitable, regardless of whoever it is that they are having to come up. So the fact that they had a new category give them opportunity to even further market that, because if you pull back away from everything Grammys, at the end of the day, they still want to be they still want to have a good reputation as well, and they try in a lot of ways to appease everybody in their, even though it's impossible, they try their way to seem, or at least to come off inclusive, right? hence hence this introduction even of an African music performance. Like, it's part of that campaign. If you even see when they were talking about the Israel-Palestine conflict, you can see that they were even bringing up points that, hey, we even have an African person, we have this person in every region. We're trying to like really cover all grounds in terms of like music, unity, and everything. So if you take a step back beyond our Nigerian bubble and look at the whole thing, like they're trying to pander to everybody. Is my point. Like they're pandering to everybody in a way to make it look like,
Happens for everybody,
yeah,
exactly.
at the end of the day, they're milking whichever form of like goodwill that they've done in every front. Okay, be it the Latin, be it the Asian, be it the every front, they will make a lot of noise about it. And but from proximity, we're going to see the ones that we care about. So
That we care
so
about 100%.
it looks like it's only the video that they're talking about the entire time. Meanwhile, that's who we're paying attention to. We are not going to care when they're doing a whole expose on an Indian jazz musician. We won't care for any of those. Like, we won't care for even the person that performed. What's his name? At the end of the day, they're trying to make everybody happy.
Can I
I
can
think
I say something that I think is very interesting, right? So that video that they made of Davido,
Mm-hmm.
they made that same video of Coil Ray.
Yeah.
They also made that same video of Coco Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They also, that video that they made of Burna Boy. They also made the same video of Billie Eilish. They made the same video of Dua Lipa. They made the same
Yep.
video of Olivia Rodrigo. They made the same video of Miley Cyrus. They made the same video of Travis Scott. They make the same video of Luke Combs. I think the problem here is that when you think you are the center of the attention,
Yes.
you make yourself the center of the attention.
Yes.
So because they are talking about somebody that you know and care about, all of a sudden you feel they are pushing it to you.
Yes.
They are not pushing anything to you that was not already there.
Right.
You are just seeing what you need to see.
And
So
okay.
so that's the key issue there. So when you say, oh well, it feels like they are doing this and we're the British people in this and we're all of that, it's like the British people didn't even make it to the nomination, because like we learned earlier, each category has a group. So now if all the British rappers submitted their albums for hip hop album or whatever, right? If the people that were the tastemakers or whatever that are in charge of that category look through all the hip hop albums that were submitted and say only these 5 American albums are the ones that make sense to us, it does not mean that, like, that is literally the choice that has been made.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think trying to center yourself in somebody else's story
And
is a lot more about you than it does about them.
And can I also add another thing? Can I also add, if even from the logistics standpoint, if they really wanted to, would I say, exploit their Nigerian audience, I'm sorry, they're doing all our categories, at least the categories that we care for, were in the premiere ceremony, right? These are not televised. These are not slapped in between with left, right, multi corporate ads to actually milk and make money from. So if I wanted to draw anybody's attention or really milk their audience, I would do so and have their categories in the main in the main event, in the main ceremony, where I can actually make a lot more from the extra eyeballs from there. And another aspect to add to that is that this is a very much an American award, right? Yes, we have Prime that works in some settings, but at the end of the day, it's all local television that you have to watch in order to get proper viewership. Any other rating that you're adding to this is illegal, my brother. Like it's not actually going to get into their pockets at the end of the day. So there's not much incentive behind focusing just on the Nigerian audience and say, oh, they're using us for clout. They're using us for they're using this artist to they're wagging this Grammy in our faces to attract us and then dump us. I don't think. Well, if that's the case, I think they do that for everybody. Is my point. Essentially, we're not special in that regard. Of like that, they're just making it based on Nigerian artists because they've seen that Nigerian artists are they are able to mobile people and get more eyeballs on our shows for more ratings. I don't think that's the case. I just think like it was a very active music year. Their ratings went up because of the activity that came out of the year musically. So there was a lot of like build up to this, and they've done their own groundwork and being able to market it across all their boards. This is not even me trying to cap for Grammys. This is what they've been doing every year. This year was just a better one. Hence why we saw like I think a 34% jump in their local ratings, by the way. Local ratings. Like this is all within America. So we're not even in the metric system to actually give them that much value that we're putting on ourselves. If my point is being made.
Yeah, I'm going to say prefer to
did they
sorry.
really use Nigerians, or did we just talk about it so much to the point that
Thank
it
you,
became annoying?
Go ahead.
Like
thank
the
you.
thing is
Because you
that
people
if
are
they want to
obsessed.
use anybody for ratings, Taylor Swift is there. That girl,
Right?
she is the owner of
Right
White
there.
Girls.
That's them.
And then the population of the diaspora, like Nigerian diaspora, is a drop in a bucket
It's not
compared to
there.
what a Taylor Swift can garner for Grammys. Like me watching it on my Instagram is really not going to do anything for
It's
the
not.
Grammys ratings. Like if I watch it on where else, like it's not going to do anything for the. Like the only thing I can say that okay they might have done or they could have done is use Nigerians to like prop up the like Grammy discourse pre-Grammy on social media. And the thing is that Nigerian Twitter is not that influential outside Africa. So like sometimes when you say some things, I feel like you should also put like reasoning behind it. Like we're a drop in the bucket. Like if they wanted to garner views, like they've already made sure everybody knows that Taylor Swift is coming. Or they've hinted that okay, maybe she might do this. Me before she came, I already knew that this girl will either drop a video or something. And that's
Or
just
she
me. I'm
make
not
a
even
big
the biggest
announcement,
Taylor
which she
Swift
did.
fan. Yeah. I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan. So if Stacey in her house is like, oh my god, Taylor is gonna be at the Grammys, I have to watch
Very
it.
good impression.
Like that is going to give them views, not you thinking Burna Boy is going to come and perform. Like all the videos, I manage social media for a music company, right? Like all those videos that you saw, I posted them and they did it for a lot of other artists in other countries in other categories. Like there wasn't like not that I'm saying that like Nigeria is irrelevant or anything, but it was not like drawn out or anything like that. Tyler was nominated in South Africa. They talked about it though, but if you're on South African Twitter, it wasn't like the main topic. Davido was nominated or whatever, and that became like a trolling point. Whiskey people, da, 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 da. So like if you're hearing about it constantly, and Whiskey FC and Burna Boy people are making fun of Davido and da, 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 that becomes like, oh, Grammys is a big topic in Nigeria. Like we're the ones that were marketing it for them. Basically, they didn't say,
You've
oh
chosen to center yourself in somebody else's story, and
yeah.
you're wondering why you feel centered.
Oh
Exactly.
man.
Like it wasn't a purpose, like they didn't purposely like do anything to center Nigerians. They didn't say, oh, Nigerians come and what, like we have the Nigerian diaspora abroad, but like how, like what is the
Yeah,
value
it's
of the viewership? Like you understand?
Again, to respond to Miss what? Okay, I'm not going to pronounce that, but the person that spoke a while back, the truth of the matter is, yeah, you made some very valid points, right? But please don't ever undermine the power that Nigerians have on social media. Please don't do that. I get Taylor Swift is big and all that, but I'm telling you, the power that we Nigerians have on this space, this social media space is big. As you can see, the most liked or interacted tweets from Guinness Book of Records is due to Nigerians. You have seen how Nigerians have been very, very influential in this AFCON. We're beating countries and we're invading their spaces. To be very honest, you don't know how insane Nigerians can go. I'm telling you, you have seen
Pixel, I
SP.
actually don't disagree with you, but my question is that is it
Okay.
not because we like to center ourselves where
Yeah, very, very true. We're very proudful, and sometimes we shoot ourselves on the leg. That to be very honest, you're very right. That's why I said that she's not totally wrong, but I don't want it to look like Taylor Swift can drag more traffic for Grammys if Nigerians
No,
are not there.
well,
Nah,
no,
I really
I
feel
Pixel,
don't
like that.
think they
Pixel.
listen to what I
Sorry,
said at
Pixel. I
all.
understand.
I don't think they listen
Yeah.
to what I said.
So just to add, and this is not even a don't undermine Nigeria like clouds kind of thing. I understand what is informing that. Trust me, I do. But at the end of the day, the way ad revenues, the way the logistics around how a lot of these companies, not just Grammys, is the same thing on YouTube. The value in an American viewer, the value in an American listener is it's not anywhere comparable, right? It's not in anywhere comparable to what they can actually like what they can actually feed their pockets as a show that is being televised in the US, right? So
I,
it's there's not
Sorry,
much pull to
Nigerians
that.
have social currency. Like
Yes, of
I
course
don't
we
think
Nigerians
do.
we
have
have
a lot
Of
of
social
course,
currency.
yeah. We're getting down to the nitty gritty of
but
putting out a show like this or putting out
here's
an
the
event like this, right? It's not in any way as clearly valuable as an American viewer is, and we are not. The diaspora presence for Nigerians there is
okay.
not. It's not
Sorry,
to the point where
sorry.
it's swaying things
Can
for
I
them.
can I speak?
hold
Can
on,
I speak,
hold
please?
on, house, hold on, house.
Yes.
Hold on, house, real fast. I think there's something that is happening here, and you guys need to understand what all everybody is saying, right? So the social currency and the noise of Nigerians will forever and always be powerful. That is not up for debate, right? That is not something that is a conversation starter. The issue here is something that is it's taught in school. There's a difference between how you calculate return on investment on advertisements versus return on investment on PR, right? There are two different ways you calculate this. They are not calculated the same way because they don't give you the same thing, right? And so what you are describing, Pixel, is how loud we get and how that voice impacts the things around us. The problem here is that that is not a return of investment, like Emmanuel is saying, that like monetarily benefits them. It amplifies, it does not benefit. The problem with Nigerians as a whole, and this is the problem when I say we center ourselves, even in things that are not about us, is that we center ourselves when they did not ask us to center ourselves. And then we ask for reward for centering ourselves where they did not ask us to center ourselves.